Have you ever found yourself marveling at the lifestyles of the rich and famous, wondering how they got there? Or perhaps more importantly, how you can get there too? Enter The Psychology of Money by Morgan Housel, a book that delves deep into the behaviors and beliefs that can make or break your financial future. Morgan Housel isn't just another financial advisor preaching from the mountaintop. He's a seasoned financial journalist with a knack for uncovering the underlying psychological forces driving our financial decisions. This book challenges us to look beyond the numbers and consider the psychological aspects of wealth building. Are you ready to shift your mindset and start on the path to financial success? Let's uncover the wisdom hidden in The Psychology of Money and discover how it can transform your approach to building wealth. Wealth is what you don't see. In a world obsessed with showing off wealth, it's easy to forget that true wealth is what you don't see. Morgan Housel starts with a simple yet profound premise. The cars, watches, and mansions that scream wealth are often not indicators of true financial success. Instead, it's the savings, investments, and assets quietly accumulating where no one can see that make the difference. Have you ever thought about how much of your wealth is visible versus hidden? Housel emphasizes that saving is a form of earning. Think about it, every dollar you save is a dollar earned, plus interest over time. But saving isn't just about putting money away. It's about resisting the urge to spend money you don't need to spend. It's about understanding that the flashy car your neighbor just bought isn't a sign of wealth, but potentially the opposite. But how do you prioritize unseen wealth over visible consumption? It starts with changing your mindset. Recognize that every unnecessary expense is money that could have been invested in your future. It's not about living a life of austerity, but making informed choices that align with your long-term financial goals. Remember, the most impressive wealth is built through years of consistent saving and investing, not through extravagant spending. This concept extends beyond personal finance into the essence of financial independence. It's not about how much money you make, but how much you keep and grow. The Psychology of Money teaches us that building wealth isn't just a financial challenge, it's a behavioral one. Our relationship with money, characterized by our habits and decisions, ultimately determines our financial future. So ask yourself, what does wealth mean to you? Is it the temporary thrill of a new purchase or the lasting security of financial freedom? By focusing on accumulating wealth that isn't visible, you invest in your future and open the door to genuine financial independence. Let's make the invisible visible by redefining what wealth truly means to us. The role of luck and risk. Imagine for a moment two equally hardworking individuals, both smart and dedicated. One becomes wildly successful, while the other struggles to find the same level of success. Is it solely a matter of effort and skill? Morgan Housel introduces us to the often underestimated factors of luck and risk, showing us that our financial lives are as much about the chances we encounter as they are about the choices we make. Luck and risk are two sides of the same coin, yet they're rarely acknowledged in the narrative of personal success. Have you ever considered the role of sheer luck in your financial achievements or the impact of risks that didn't materialize? Housel challenges us to recognize these elements as crucial players in our financial stories. Acknowledging luck's role can humble us, while understanding risk can prepare us for the unpredictability of financial markets and life events. But how do we manage luck and risk? It begins with acknowledgement. By accepting that we can't control everything, we can focus on building a financial cushion that allows us to withstand bad luck and take advantage of good luck. Diversification in investments, an emergency fund, and insurance are not just financial tools. They're acknowledgments of the unpredictable nature of luck and risk. Housel's insights compel us to look beyond our actions, to see the broader tapestry of chance that influences our financial lives. Are you ready to embrace luck and mitigate risk, not just as financial strategies, but as philosophies for life? This understanding can liberate us from the guilt of failure and the arrogance of success, leading to a more balanced and resilient approach to wealth building. Getting wealthy versus staying wealthy. Getting wealthy might be the result of taking risks, but staying wealthy involves the opposite, Housel remarks. This profound statement draws a line between the initial accumulation of wealth and its preservation over time. Have you ever wondered why some fortunes disappear as quickly as they arrived? The answer often lies in understanding the distinction between earning wealth and maintaining it. Getting wealthy often requires bold moves, calculated risks, and a fair share of luck. However, staying wealthy calls for prudence, humility, and a conservative approach to risk. It's about recognizing that the financial behaviors that build wealth aren't necessarily the ones that will preserve it. Are you prepared to shift gears from aggressive growth to cautious preservation as your financial situation evolves? Housel uses compelling stories to illustrate how easily wealth can be eroded by lifestyle inflation, excessive risk-taking, and a lack of financial discipline. The key to staying wealthy is to live below your means, invest wisely, and most importantly, understand that wealth is more about security and freedom than about buying power. So, how do you balance the thrill of growing your wealth with the caution required to maintain it? It starts with a mindset shift. Recognize that financial security is a marathon, not a sprint. Embrace frugality not as a restriction, but as a strategy for long-term prosperity. And remember, the greatest wealth is your financial peace of mind. The seduction of pessimism. In a world where headlines often scream disaster, pessimism can feel like the most rational stance. Morgan Housel tackles this head-on, exploring why negative outlooks on finance can be so enticing. Pessimism sounds smart and safe, especially when it comes to protecting hard-earned wealth. But is an overly cautious approach to finance actually limiting your potential for growth? Housel points out that while caution is necessary, an excessive focus on pessimism can lead to missed opportunities. The stock market, for example, has a long history of resilience and growth, despite countless crises. Have you ever held back from an investment because of a pessimistic view, only to regret it later? Balancing caution with optimism is key. This doesn't mean ignoring risks, but rather understanding them well enough to make informed decisions that balance potential rewards with those risks. Optimism in the right dose allows us to see opportunities where others see obstacles. So, how do we guard against the seduction of pessimism without becoming blindly optimistic? By educating ourselves about historical financial trends, understanding our personal risk tolerance, and staying focused on long-term goals. Let's challenge ourselves to find the middle ground where caution meets optimism, paving the way for prudent yet positive financial decisions. Freedom and happiness. At its core, Housel's book is not just about money. It's about what money enables us to do, achieve freedom and potentially happiness. What does financial freedom mean to you? Is it the ability to travel, pursue hobbies, or simply the security of knowing you can weather financial storms? Housel makes it clear that wealth should be measured not by the number on your bank statement, but by the freedom it affords you. This freedom can lead to happiness, but only if we understand what truly makes us happy. It's a personal journey that requires introspection and an understanding that happiness often comes from sources unrelated to wealth. So, how do we align our financial goals with our pursuit of happiness? By setting realistic financial targets that reflect what we value most in life. Whether it's the ability to spend more time with family, contribute to causes we care about, or simply the peace of mind that comes with financial stability, our goals should lead us towards a fulfilling life. Now, armed with these insights, how will you approach your financial journey?